I am not an expert on that, but I do know that there are some numbers that come up over and over and over again, and they probably have more meaning in Hebrew, and I'd be interested in that. But
Hmm.
40 is one, and I've heard that sometimes that just represents many or a lot. It may not always be a specific number. The number seven
Yeah,
is
yeah.
pretty common, and that's what is that, perfection in Hebrew. The number 12 is also another important number with the 12 apostles and different things like that. And if you think about it, five loaves and two fishes is seven, 12 loaves seem to be the same numbers that come up over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So for us, these numbers are pretty substantial in terms of importance because the number seven is indeed a representation of symbolism of perfection in a way, and also I would say um, divine order, right? So we have the 7 days of creation, right? Whereas the Sabbath is the actual seventh day. We have something which I don't know how it translates to English, but every 7 years you have to stop working the land.
right.
Is there a term for that in
Yeah,
English?
leaving the field fallow, I think is what they call it.
Leaving the field fallow. Nice.
And you don't plant, you let the soil rest, which is one of the problems we have now, I think, with nutrients in the soil is they, not only grow one round of crop a year, sometimes they'll do multiple rounds of crops in a year, every year, and the soil gets depleted.
Look how smart were the ancestors of the time, right? 3,000 years ago, understanding that. And there's a book, uh, uh, how is it called, by Howard Fast? In Hebrew, it's like My Glorious Brothers, I think. Have you heard about that book? Have you spoken about it? So I think it's called My Glorious Brothers in English. It tells about the Hasmonetes, basically. And, it's personally for me, for some reason, I don't know why, but that's my favorite period in history to learn. And these books and the stories of the Hasmonetes. But that book is very interesting. It tells the story from the perspective of Simon. Yeah, he's the elder brother of Judah the Maccabee, and the five sons of Mattathias. And the book starts with a conversation that he has with this Greek, I don't know, minister or whomever. And this Greek guy says to him, "Listen, I heard this weird rumor that you guys work 6 days a week and you're not working one day a week." And he says, "Yeah, that's true. It's called the Sabbath. We are ordered to rest." And so for the Greek dude, it sounds extremely weird because it's an empire. Yeah, we're talking about the time of uh, the people who came after Alexander the Great. The Seleucid Empire in the north, and everybody. And so uh, it's weird because everybody's working 7 days a week and paying taxes, and so this little weird people stop working one day a week. That's very, very weird. So he says, "Yeah, we're ordered to rest. That's, God rested on that day. We do so as well." He says, "And is it also true that every 7 years you stop working the land?" He says, "Yes, for a full year." He goes, "Yeah, the land is not ours. It belongs to God. And he ordered us." And so he says, "So for a whole year, you're not paying taxes?" Like he can't grasp, he can't fathom that thing because they control so many other nations and peoples. Who is this people who allows themselves to not work for a full year? And then he goes another step. He says, "And is it also true that your slaves must be released after 7 years as well?" And the guy's like grabbing his head. Is like, "Why would you release your slaves?" It's like, then you can imagine it. It's like your dog, your horse, your whatever, your table. It's like a
Property
property
to
for
them.
you, right? It's like a property. It's like, why would you do that?